feeling kind mean when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see the car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whooping ain't over. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay.
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode on the JVJ Network. I am your host, Mr. Let's Talk with JVJ. Man, I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Look, y'all, on y'all way in as usual, I gotta do this. I gotta do the spiel. I gotta do the spiel. On your way in, do your boy a favor as usual. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you have not turned the noties on, and share the videos. We trying to get in that algorithm, and we can only do that with y'all. We trying to grow. We definitely can only do that with y'all to help a brother out. Help a brother out. There's been a topic that I've been avoiding for a couple days just for the simple fact of haven't had time to get to it. Haven't had time to get to it with other topics that's been popping up, especially y'all know presidential debates and things of that sort. But one of the recurring things that happen in America happen again. And I want to get an understanding because I actually have not watched the body cam to see what actually completely transpired. I just got a gist of what has happened, and I want to see. I want to see if how I come down on it. I want to see what y'all think about this situation too, because we always hear about police safety. We always hear about they got to protect themselves. They do a job. They want to go home to their family. We hear that all the time, and y'all know I argue a lot over here. Well, the citizens want to go home too, and I notice a lot more people that are not the violent ones are the ones that get hemmed up the most. It's like the sheep that won't fight back get messed up the most. Because we already see we have these mass shootings. We just had another school shooting like a couple weeks, like 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. And that kid got taken alive. Telling me how you go and delete 4 people and get taken alive, but a person that had an attitude got deleted. So we're gonna go through this police body cam. If y'all don't know, this happened up in DC. And we're gonna watch the body cam footage of what happened, and we're also gonna listen to the response from the police chief because they actually released the body cam. Normally when they release the body cam, from what I've noticed, they seem to always think they're in the right, and most of the time they can justify it. So we got body cam footage really fast, but I think that's because of a law that's changed up there. But we're gonna go through it, y'all. I never like covering these type of videos. I don't get any kicks out of this stuff because why the hell do I even want to see? First off, why would I want to see somebody that look like me getting deleted? And then secondly, why would I take pride in seeing one of my fellow Americans losing their life either to somebody that's supposed to be protecting life out here? So we're gonna go through it, y'all, see what we got, and hopefully we can learn something from this. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's any audio on this thing. It's supposed to be audio on here. Okay, there we go.
From Thomas 77 is going to house in the back of the ambulance, going to follow the ambulance to York City.
Now, look, y'all, I do want to give some backstory to this. Supposedly, there was an unresponsive man, possibly drunk, possibly overdosed, in a McDonald's drive-through line. Unresponsive, not getting any response from him. Y'all can see that we have the ambulance is already out there. Police are showing up. So if this is a call for service or a call for help, in a sense of we got a person over here that could be possibly dying, I never understood why if there's not a violent response, like a violent report on this one, why the police even show up for these events? But the police show up for these things. But that's the backstory. There was a man who was unresponsive. Either he was drunk, high, passed out, sleep, peed on himself, whatever the hell, in the McDonald's drive-thru. And this is the cop pulling up. I think this is the body cam and the one that actually started shooting first. But either way, though, let's keep going.
Hey. Stand by. Yeah. Send me additional units to the McDonald's. Suspect has a firearm in his lap. Hey, for you guys, I have 2 other vehicles right there that both knocked out. Look at on the vehicle. I have a white Mercedes sedan. No.
White Mercedes.
No. Hey, get her out of the car. You. Get out. You're too drunk to drive. Get out of the car and walk now. I'm not going to repeat myself. Get out of the car and walk now. This is not a game. It's okay. You have to walk. Ma'am, I'm working right now. Get out of the car. If you don't get out, I'm ripping you out of the car.
No, you're not.
I'm going to count down. 3, 2, get out of the car.
No, you're not.
There's a man in this car with a gun. I need you to get out of the car now. Miss, I do not care what you're doing. Get out of the car. You are drunk. I'm not going to arrest you for DUI.
They've been sitting here for 30 minutes.
Miss.
I live right off the street. I live at home.
I need you to get out of this car.
I got a 5-year-old at home.
I don't care.
I'm an SPO. I serve for you every day. Don't do this to me. Do not do this to me.
Do you understand? You're drunk to listen.
Listen to me. No, I'm not.
You are too drunk to listen. Put your car in reverse, go that way.
Does he know this woman? Has he had a interaction with this woman before? Because first off, there's a lot of things that I'm already noticing right now. And I wish people that watch these body cams would actually pay attention to a lot of the things that are going on. All right, first off, let's line by line item real quick. This guy has his pistol out. Clearly, you just heard the woman say that. He pulled up, parked right beside the car that he's here to do his call on, and he says the suspect has a gun. He never tried to readjust his car. If he felt like he was such in danger, why don't you move your car back? Why don't you try to block him off or something? You're parked right beside the person that has a gun. So that's suspicious to me already. But this random car comes around the corner of the drive-thru, and you saying that the person's already drunk. Have you talked to this woman earlier or something? Just get out the car, and then after all that, you're not driving this car, you're drunk. You tell her just back up and go on about. Like what? Like what? Why would you tell somebody to park their car in the drive-thru lane? I'm just asking questions, y'all. I'm just asking questions. We're gonna keep going. Remember, we are still here because there's a man in the McDonald's drive-thru line, and he's not responding. It looked like he's asleep. He could have overdosed on a pill or something. Ain't no telling what's going on. But he does have a gun in his lap. So now this cop's on 10 right now.
Hey, can you do me a favor and get them out of here too? Crime Patrol 702 p.m. midnights. The driver of the vehicle is Looks like he's slowly waking up. I'm having the firefighters clear all the vehicles at the McDonald's lot.
Every time.
Correct.
That's what I'm
Copy. So I need someone to block off the parking lot for McDonald's after it's cleared out. Hey, can you turn him that way? The vehicle is immobile right now. He's crashing to the side of the building. Units responding. Turn your lights and sirens off, please. Lights and sirens off.
Vehicle crash inside the building. And official monitoring.
Why would you order them to turn off their lights and sirens? See, this is why I think a lot of this stuff is very suspicious, y'all. You got a call. You ain't even when it knocked on the window. I understand this person has a gun, but we live in America. So are y'all telling me cops are terrified of the citizens having guns in a state where you can have a gun, but they're surprised if a citizen might be afraid of cops that walk around with guns? Like, police walk around with guns all the time, and they act like people should not be afraid of them because they're police officers. Like, we don't hear about bad cops all the time. I cover a lot of bad cop videos. He has not made or even tried to make contact with the person that's in the vehicle. The lights and the sirens might possibly wake the person up so you can actually have a conversation and de-escalate the situation. But you are trying to set up a situation where y'all gonna sneak up on somebody. That's what I'm thinking right now. Why would you turn off your lights and sirens? Like, the fire truck is right there. The ambulance truck is right there. They had lights been flashing the whole time. But once you told the cops coming up, I don't get that. I don't get that command. I don't get that. Why would you? Yeah. We turn the lights and sirens off, man, when y'all pull up. Okay.
Guys, come around to the pay here section of McDonald's past the drive-thru. At the very start of the drive-thru, I need one vehicle to come block the front of this vehicle. I need another one to come up block the back of the vehicle. Hey, bring your car. Bring your cruiser. I need one parked here up front. I need one behind. Get your car. Get your car. Get your car. Block here. I need a car here. I need a car in the back.
Do we have an official response?
Hey, we're good for now. Homie hasn't moved at all. But look, stand by. Where's the front cruiser?
Sorry, I couldn't get it to move the car.
It's okay. Everyone's excited and shit. Hey, if you're here, I'm coming up front. Hey, like 2 inches away. Watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Let's see. Yeah. So what we need is we need deadly coverage and we need an extraction. Okay? No. It looks like the doors are unlocked, but I haven't checked yet. Hey guys, hey, listen. If you're aiming, like down, okay? Oh, that's the special scene.
Thank you.
Well, stand by to be guided by an official. But
HRP21.
hey, turn her around.
I'm a little irritated with how my tax dollars are getting wasted right now. Are they so scared to not get on their loudspeakers in their vehicle and try to talk to the guy? Like, hey, you in the white car. Hey, you, hey, put your hands up. Put your hands up before we even get close. We all got our guns drawn. Ain't nobody tried to make contact with this person. And you're automatically you're trying to, if anybody, oh my, this policing, huh? In 2024. All these scary ass motherfuckers out. This policing in 2024. All because of what? You saw a gun? That's the only justification I can see for this right now. And I know some people might be like, well, they gotta be safe and stuff. They were parked right beside the motherfucker the whole time. The ambulance was there. It's been there for a while, y'all. Think about this. The ambulance was there. They were not that afraid of this person in the car. He's like, oh, you gotta go. It's America. It's America. We have guns. People have guns. The same people that support the police are the biggest advocates for people having guns. I carry guns. You telling me that it's gonna be, they gonna set, like, dude, this look like some gang shit right here. Yeah, you pull around the front, I'm gonna pull around the back, we gonna box them in, that's what we gonna do, and if you got your gun, aim it down, because I don't want one of y'all shooting us. So it sounds like you already planning to shoot this motherfucker. This sounding premeditated. I'm gonna let it play. This just don't seem right to me, y'all. Make contact with the person. If you that scary, get on your loudspeaker, keep your lights and your sirens on. You might wake the person up and not startle the motherfucker. But right now, it looked like y'all about to startle this person that's clearly passed the fuck out in this car. Passed out. Let's see how it play out.
Huh? Hey, so
once you open the door, use the press down your gun so you can't grab it. Because he can't go anywhere.
I don't even have enough room to move her shield in there. Yes.
Stand by with no rush.
But they also may go and grab the gun. Is it go online?
It looks like it is.
How slowly for us to get the gun?
Yeah, I mean, we can grab you.
You get someone?
Yeah.
So you got a supervisor on you?
Yeah.
Hold on, stay on.
They show you how terrified the state is of black men. This is a perfect example right here. Make contact with a person. Knock on the window. You were that terrified because somebody got a gun, but they passed out. Just knock on the window and step back. If that, get on your loudspeaker. There's so many ways this could have been handled completely different, and somebody might not have ended up walking away dead. But we are currently watching the way that they handled this situation, and it's like, if y'all that goddamn scared, go work for McDonald's then. Damn. It's a passed out person in a McDonald's drive-thru that you can tell has a gun in the car. Stop losing your fucking minds. Y'all got guns too. I understand you don't want to get shot, but why would the person shoot you? You're just automatically assuming that this man is a fucking criminal or that he's gonna shoot you. Why?
We have a yo. So Sarge. Oh, we got movement.
Movement. We got movement. Keep your hand off the gun.
Sir!
Put your hands up!
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Sir, don't touch the gun! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Ah! Drop it!
Hands up!
Hands up!
Let's rewind a little bit. Well, let's slow it down. Why in the world would you try to startle somebody? I'm gonna play it slow motion, y'all. Slow motion. Slow motion this shit. And I'm like, that dude, the dude who body cam we've been watching the whole time, he wanted to kill that dude. I'm saying that right now just by watching that. Because I heard the words, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Where did that start coming out? Didn't they tell not Sandra Bland, Sonya Massey, didn't they tell her they was gonna shoot her in the face too? Where is this I'm gonna shoot you in the face shit coming from? That don't sound like police saying shit like that. That ain't what I want my police officer saying, I'm gonna shoot somebody in the face. Let's watch it in slow motion, y'all. I can't stress how, let's watch it.
Hands up! Sir, don't touch the gun! Hands up! Hands up! Sir, don't touch the gun! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Hands up!
Hands up! This by shots.
How many shots did he unload into that dude, and now he talking about hands up? You shot somebody point blank range, literally probably about this far away from you, maybe about this far away from you, point blank range multiple times. Let me see how many bullets he shot off. How many shots he got off? It sounded like he shot off a lot right after he said, I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
Hands up! This by shots.
Hey, we have eye on the firearm.
Hands up! This by shots.
He got it. He got about at least 7 or 8 shots off. I lost count of one of them. He got about 7 or 8 shots off on the dude. And the first thing he says after he does that, back up, and then he does what?
Hands up!
Hands up! Hands up! Just by shot fired. Shot fired.
Hey,
You hear the one in the back. Y'all hear the one in the back. Hands up! Why? Then we got my boy Bean up in the building. He said 14. Boy, check me out. Music Op said 10. Jesus. It's great.
hey, we have eye on the firearm. Got the firearm? Firearm recovered.
Move back. Move back.
Back! Hey, start the board!
No. Back to the car. Back to the car.
No.
Back to the car.
No, we gotta treat him, bro. Hey, firearm is safe out of the way. Hey, you have any other firearms, bro? Shit.
All right. Stop.
Hey, somebody grab a kit. Grab a tech kit. Grab a kit.
They're coming back. Right here. Go, Mel.
At least once here.
Yeah, we got things.
Is anyone injured?
Anybody got shoes? Hey. Who's got brothers?
That's all. Here, let me get cut. Yeah, what the fuck do you think is going to happen?
Who you?
I don't know, Sarge.
Board is already here working on it.
Great, brother. You okay? Yes, ma'am. Good. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, you want to take over compression?
So, go over the air, make sure DFS is coming out to recover the firearm. Can you also make sure you're in route? Is in route? You got it? Thanks, buddy.
You need some more? Yeah, there's a pocket.
Hey, somebody secure the firearm, please.
Just stay with come and tell me sure you're okay.
Hi, Sarge.
You okay?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You just killed a man. How you doing? Fantastic. All right. I know some people might not be hot. Might not be 38 hot like me. This might not bother some people. This bothers me. It bothers me a lot. You just put all these bullets in a man that you startled, that was passed out. And after you delete them. So you're doing fantastic. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
7-26.
Do me a favor, bro. Can you go on my cruiser and grab my cell phone? It's on the dash. There might be one or two in there. Sarge. Copy.
Question. Why did she just do that? We all saw what she just did, right? Everything's on the up and up. Trust us, please believe that nothing bad happened here. Everything was by the book and done right. Why did she just do this? We all saw it. Why did she do this? Anybody? Let's keep going. Muted body cam right now. If anybody wants to know, this is stuff that you would call evidence. Somehow the body cam got turned off. Now we on to another body cam. I don't know if this is the same guy. Looks like they're at an apartment now, so I don't know. I don't know if this is the same body cam. We don't know. But it's muted, so, you know, it shouldn't be on unless something's transpired. But why? This is what they released to the public, y'all. Just throwing it out there. This is what the police released to the public. We out here taking pictures. This is a random car getting towed. He was driving a Mercedes, so I don't know. What is this?
Go that way. No, go that way. Go.
Okay, I think I know what this is. This is another cop's body cam from what's happening. I said I'm very triggered and trying not to come up. I'm triggered too. I'm about to drop the link, but I'm gonna wait to give me a second. Another cop. Is this his same? Okay, this is the black officer's car. So the black guy that was walking around, one of the black guys that was walking around, this is his body cam. All right. I'm gonna hold it.
That door is not your gunfight. Hey, these windows are open. Yo. Windows open.
If you're aiming,
he was the one that was standing behind him the whole time. Because I remember when that dude was looking in the window. So this is that guy. This is that guy. So I'm guessing he fired shots too.
well, stand by to be guided by it.
HRP 21. HRP 21. Where's MR?
Leave. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
All right. All right. All right. So I don't even understand why they even put that body cam in there. I don't understand why they did that. They added that to the back end. This is what the police released, y'all. I don't know why they added that to the back end. But we saw what transpired. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the police chief or whoever's over there, all that shit, and check on the public statement that they gave to the public after this incident right here. All right, we're gonna check on that, and then we're gonna discuss. Yeah, we're gonna discuss because I'm highly upset with what I saw, especially if we're gonna keep operating under the belief that these people are supposed to be out here trying to protect the community, and we're trying to make sure everybody goes home. We're not trying to delete nobody. We're just if we got to do our job, we got to do our job. That's the you know what we're brought up believing. But yeah, we're gonna hear from the police chief, and I'm gonna speed her up a little bit. Because I know she gonna ramble for a second. Said I said, when did this happen? This happened last week. It's either been a week or a week and a half. Yeah, it's been either a week or a week and a half since this happened. But yeah, we're gonna go to the police chief, the one you can see standing right behind the mic, and we're gonna hear the police statement. We're gonna hear what the police had to say. You know, they had enough time to get their shit together, because this actually came out when they released this 4 days ago. All right, now this shooting happened like a week and some change ago, but this is when they finally came out and said something. So let's see what they got to say.
Good evening. I'm Chief Pamela A. Smith, and I'm joined by Executive Assistant Chief Jeffrey Carroll. This evening, we are releasing the body-worn camera footage of the fatal officer-involved shooting that occurred last weekend in the 2500 block of Marion Berry Avenue Southeast. As with all series of force incidents, with the next of kin's consent, MPD releases body-worn camera footage from the involved officers and a community briefing, which is a video explanation of the incident. This process is pursuant to the Comprehensive Policing and Justice Reform Amendment Act of 2022. Additionally, like we've done for every fatal officer-involved shooting, MPD releases a full recording from the individual's officers' body-worn cameras. The only redactions in the videos are those that are required by law. I want to emphasize that any loss of life is a tragic outcome for the family and for our community. This incident remains under investigation by MPD's Forced Investigation Team. The entire case, circumstances, and evidence will be independently reviewed by the United States Attorney's Office. Additionally, MPD's Internal Affairs Division will conduct an administrative review of the incident to determine if there were any violations of policy. We will continue to be transparent as we investigate this incident, as long as it does not compromise the investigation. The community briefing and full clips from the individual officers involved's body-worn camera have been posted on our website under the community briefing page. I will take any questions that you may have at this time. Well, I do not know. What I do know is that the family was afforded the opportunity, the next of kin, pursuant to statute, was afforded the opportunity to review the body-worn camera footage on Monday of last week. They did share with us later on the following day that they did not want the body-worn camera footage released. And as we would typically do with any request of a family member, we posted it on the Deputy Mayor of Public Safety and Justice webpage with notification of the fact that the family did not want it released.
The individual was unresponsive for 10 minutes. What did officers do in those 10 minutes? Did they go try and talk with him? Did they go try to see if his car door was open? Maybe they gave a job slap before he was responsive again?
Well, that is still a part of the investigation. But what I would tell you is that in those types of instances, and particularly in this one, the officers were clearing the area of any individuals or individual persons or bystanders who may have been around. They were also using their police vehicle to box in the individual's vehicle. And they were also attempting to create a plan on how they would respond or engage when they were notified by other officers that there was individual movement inside the car.
Miss Lady, we just watched the video. There was no formulation of no type of fucking plan. Just throwing that out there. The only plan was box his car in, turn your sirens off, turn your lights off, one person pull in front, one person pull in back. What planning? Don't point your gun up. My bad. Oh, I forgot about that one. Make sure you point your gun down when you get ready to shoot, because I ain't trying to get shot. Planning. Okay.
And it's tough on community. It's a very unfortunate situation. And as you talk about it being tough for the family, tough for the officers, but it's also tough on the community, which is why I was really, really intentional. I know it's late in the day, but once the family's attorney reached out to us on Saturday to advise us or inform us that the family would like the video released, we did everything we could to ensure that the video was up and ready to go and released to the public. I know it's late in the day, and we would like to have done it earlier, but unfortunately, this is the time period that it will be going out.
There's a bit in the video where it slowed down and we see like a red circle. Are you able just to like walk us through what's taking place, just break it down for the community as they watch this slowed down version moments before the shooting?
That version is really to kind of give a depiction of the fact that, you know, we know that there was an incident that was taking place, and oftentimes when there's a body-worn camera footage, you see it from one perspective, and what we wanted to do was to give the community the opportunity to see it from different angles. In that particular video clip that you're referring to, the officer has his weapon in the window of the driver's side of the vehicle. The individual reaches up, he's grabbing the officer's weapon, and what you will see is there is an exchange of words, and the officer disengages, discharges his firearm, and what you will see is the individual's firearm that is dropped from his left hand onto his lap.
I want to ask a question. I don't want to make it seem like people are stupid when I ask this question. Just understand this is a very legit question. If you had your firearm in your lap, you could be out here committing a crime, done broke the law, or did something like that. You got your firearm in your lap, and you lay back, you knocked out, passed out. You open your eyes and look up, and all you hear is a bunch of fucking noise of people yelling at you, and you see guns pointed at you, and not even to say guns, you got one gun in your fucking face. What would be your first response? Is it to, oh my God, oh no? Or would it be to, get this shit out my face? What the fuck is going on? I'm scared. The individual grabs the officer's gun that was in the officer's hand, who had it in his face. But remember, y'all, she can't speak on certain things because there's an investigation going on, but it seems like they're allowed to speak on things that would, you know, make people want to believe that they're in the right. I'm gonna let her continue.
Can you talk about that moment a little more? Is it standard protocol to have your gun come into the window of a car and be within arm's length?
That is a part of the investigation.
Oh, that's a part of, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. That's a part of the investigation. Because that was a good question. You got your gun up to the goddamn window, up on this motherfucker that you're terrified of, but then say, oh, he grabbed at my gun. The fuck would any citizen do? They what? You wake up to that?
Well, what I will say is that, you know, as you know, our officers recover firearms off the streets of the District of Columbia almost daily. This year, we've recovered almost, if not over 3,000 guns from the street. Last year, we surpassed that number. And we know the risks that are involved when we are out there, when our officers are out there every single day, attempting to ensure that we keep this city safe. And so it is risky, and it is serious, and it is a dangerous situation for anyone. I mean, what we want to do in this particular case is ensure that we are sharing the information that occurred via the body-worn camera footage with the community, so that we can move this case along to the appropriate U.S. Attorney's office so that they can conduct the appropriate criminal investigation in this case.
Given that danger, I mean, will there be a change in protocols, for instance, like this? I know we saw some officers potentially in the line of fire from their own fellow officers who are on the passenger side versus on the driver's side. Will this change any sort of protocol?
So what we do in any instance, whether it's an officer-involved shooting, whether it's any type of incident that occurs, a review of such this nature, where we're looking at the body-worn camera footage, there will be a recommendation made to us either by the U.S. Attorney's Office and or by our Internal Affairs Office. We will also have our Use of Force Review Board to also review the results of the investigations, and then we will take into consideration all of the recommendations that are made to us with respect to the policy or training that we may need to do with our agency.
Chief, the letter that Justin Robinson was with Cure the Streets, what's the department's relationship with violence interrupters in the city?
Well, you know, I can only speak about the little bit of time before I arrived, and I think that the city has been very instrumental in working with our violence interrupters. I think the programs have been certainly instrumental in helping us mediate issues and I'll say conflict resolution, conflict that occurs within our district. And the violence interrupters have been very instrumental in supporting us, I believe, with the crime reduction that you have seen across the District of Columbia.
So y'all think about this. This guy was a violence interrupter. Somebody partnering with the state. The guy that they deleted, y'all, was working with the police in the state to prevent incidents like this from happening. Now, he probably went out, had a good night, probably took something, and got fucked up. Keeping his weapon on him because, you know, everybody should have the right to defend themselves. And the same people that he's partnering with to prevent crime in his city put his ass in a body bag. That's amazing, ain't it? That's amazing. He working with the city and the police to prevent crime happening, and you end up getting deleted by the people you working with. Let's keep going.
That is correct.
We don't know whether that would be even protocol to do something like that. What would you say?
Well, what I would say is that again, it will be revealed during the investigation. I cannot get into the thought process of the officer. I mean, I think you stated it yourself, how dangerous these situations can be from time to time. And what I would like to be able to do is wait for the results of the investigation to come back in order to determine what the next steps will be.
What are you investigating? Yeah, I'm being honest. What are they investigating? You're investigating a video that we all saw? The guy asked a good question. Why didn't they use the shield? Why was the shield? The person who had the shield was like the third person back. What's the point of even having the ballistic shield if you're not going to be the first person up there to use it? In case the person shoots. Oh, well, we got the shield out, y'all. But, you know, because, you know, he had a gun. Okay, where was the person that had the shield? Oh, he was like 3 people back behind, he was probably by the trunk of the car when we approached, These situations, a lot of these situations get dangerous because the way that they operate, the way that you address this situation even at the beginning. If anybody ever comes up and says about this situation that the reason that the guy told the cops to turn off their sirens and turn off their lights is because they didn't want to startle the guy, I want them to refer back to when they actually startled the guy with yelling, hands up, hands up, hands up, get your hands up, pop, 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 pop. Oh, my bad, I forgot to throw in. I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Pop, 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 pop. I swear, I truly believe these people are pissing in your face and telling you it's raining. But I'm gonna let them keep going. They ain't done peeing yet.
I do not know that at this time.
What was your reaction to seeing the video? Your first reaction when you saw it?
My first reaction is, anytime there's a loss of life, it's a tragic thing for our community, whether it's via an officer-involved shooting, whether it's one of our officers who loses his or her life, or whether it's a community member that loses his or her life, not necessarily in this situation, but in any situation. And I'm always bothered and disturbed by it. But again, one of the things I have to do as a chief of police with respect to this agency and with this community is to make sure that we're being transparent, which is why we wanted to ensure that this video was released as quickly as possible.
There's either a family member or a community member that said that Justin was trying to move the gun out of his face. What's your response to that?
I don't have a response to that because I was not on scene, and I can't articulate what anyone was thinking at that time.
The family who said that they did want it released, they just wanted an unedited version released. What do you think?
Well, what I say to that is that, as I've stated earlier, is that we will release the entire body-worn camera footage with the exception of the redactions that are required by law. All law enforcement personnel's face will not be redacted, but anyone who is not necessarily engaged in the incident, maybe a passerby or someone like that, the decedent, their faces will be redacted. And that is the only thing that we will, if you want to call, edit or redact in the video.
So why did the female sergeant turn the guy who shot him, the initial shooter, turn his body camera off? Because we saw that in the video. Just throwing that out there. We saw that in the video. You said things to be redacted. That's not, you can't get into the minds of the people. You got into the minds of all the police officers when you talked about what they were doing. You said they were planning. Where in the video did you hear any planning? So it sounds, we investigated ourselves and found out we did nothing wrong. Let's keep going. Oh, matter of fact, she's done. I think she's done. I think it may be one more question.
Call, edit, or redact in the video. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
And you see how You see how the reporter called her out? Because she said that she said initially that the family of the person didn't want the video released. Didn't want that video released. But then the reporter came back and said it wasn't that the family didn't want the video released. They didn't want an edited version of the video released. And then she went into, well, you know, we got to release, we got to edit certain things. We can't have random people in there or whatever. We literally watched the video. We saw the cop go up to a random. He's hit a report about a guy passed out in McDonald's drive-thru. He witnesses this man. He sees it himself. This man has a gun in his possession. He turns his back and goes to a woman that pulls into the drive-thru, telling her to get out of her car. That was part of the video. That was part of the video, y'all. What are you saying? What are you saying? But look. Before I drop this link, because I'm about to drop it, y'all. I'm gonna pull up one more thing because a lot of people, rightfully so, were irritated by this video, me included, and they had some protests going on out there. Now I want you to
back to the breaking news from overnight.
I want you to see what was going on up there, all right? And then I'm gonna drop it for y'all because I know some other people want to talk about this.
Get back to that breaking news from overnight. Protesters taken to the streets of downtown D.C., and it's all over the death of a violence interrupter shot and killed by D.C. police earlier this month. Randy Ayala has been out in Southeast monitoring the situation for the past 2 hours. And Randy, we know that the police made several arrests. How are things looking out there right now?
Yeah, good morning, Wisdom. You know, the only sign that something played out here last night are going to be these metal barricades wrapped in police tape behind me. Other than that, it's been quiet the past 2.5 hours that I've been out here. No sign of protesters, no additional officers stationed outside of the station here this morning. A much different scene than what played out here late last night. Let's go ahead and show you the video of what we were dealing with out here last night. People began throwing bottles at officers, eggs, other objects, rocks as well. At one point, protesters began climbing on that fencing, throwing stuff at the building, and in some instances, getting into officers' faces, screaming at them. I do want to mention, though, this protest did start peaceful. Protesters were chanting Justin's name as they walked from the station here along Alabama Avenue and Southeast to McDonald's, where he was shot and killed, and then walked back here to the station. And that's when things took a violent turn. So how did we even get to this point now? Justin Robinson was shot and killed by DC police September 1st. Body cam footage of his death was released Monday evening. And that night, people living near City Center watched as they say a crowd gathered in response to that footage. We know police ended up blocking off portions of.
All right, hold up now. I got to do a correction on myself. This did not happen a couple of weeks ago. September 1st. Hold on. What month is it? May, June, July, August. No. Yeah, okay. This happened a little bit. I was about to say, man, it happened last year. No, it didn't happen last year. Just happened a couple weeks ago. And this all popping off now because the body camera's out. Okay, let's keep going.
Of City Center, there was damage to a store there, as well as other businesses across the district. Now, DC police could not confirm that connection, but said that it was a possibility. It was possible that this was connected to the release of that body cam footage. So this is 2 nights in a row of unrest in the district and people voicing their frustrations. Wisdom mentioned that several people arrested early this morning. MPD said that 7 people had been arrested. The department beefing up police presence across D.C. They did put that in a statement. And the family attorney of Justin Robinson said that his family is asking if people are going to protest in his name to do so peacefully. Unfortunately, that was not the case last night. But we do know that D.C. police beefing up their presence across the district in response to that protest that broke out here last night. Wisdom.
All right, Randy Ayala reporting. Also, we want to show you this. We want to share this piece of video that we spotted this morning while reviewing how to cover the protest. Now, it shows how quick things can escalate, or in this case, de-escalate. Now, take a look at this video of DC police officer in the middle of your screen talking to a few protesters. And when things started to escalate, you can see another officer walks up and literally lifts the officer off his feet and removes him from that situation. It happened quickly, so we're going to show it to you again. It's a reminder of just how tense things can get during these protests and how every action can be the difference between what we saw last night and something far worse.
Tonight we are following.
I ain't gonna play that part. We got Big Op up in the building. Sir, how you doing tonight?
Triggered.
We can feel you on that one. Give me your thoughts so far, because I'm actually gonna play this last one right here. I'm gonna play this last one because it was some interesting. The family's lawyer had something to say, but go ahead. What you got? What you got so far on this?
Well, shout out to that one officer that went and grabbed the other officer from engaging with those citizens, because me and you both know that is a rare occasion. Normally, a dickhead officer, male or female, would have jumped in there trying to have the officer back, whereas the other officer like, no, we're not doing that. So we need more officers doing that, like we just talked about last night. But this video, the reason why I asked when did this happen is because I seen something like this happen some years ago, where there was a young man asleep and he had a firearm on his lap, but it was the same situation. He probably went out, had a good time on something, fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? When he should have been getting out of it, but he thought he would probably been okay. It's just, people being nosy looking in his car saying he had a weapon. And so it's bringing that back to my memory. But it pisses me off, and I'm gonna say this real quick for both sides. For one thing, with our young dudes, our people, whether they listen to the music or their friends around them, riding around with your blicky on your lap and all that, and then you right here intoxicated. That is not what that is supposed to be about. When you have your weapon on you, that means you need to be coherent. That's just some OG shit. You need to be coherent. If you got your blicky on you, that means you are not in a safe place where you can be intoxicated, whether it's a form of alcohol, it's a form of, some kind of sedation with drugs or whatever. Niggas got to stop doing that shit. Two, officer fucked up, like you said. Matter of fact, in case you forgot, it was two officers that had the shield on them that was behind the car. You got one that was exactly behind the car, and then you got one that was on the right side of the officer, on the side of the car, on his side where he was at. So instead of them putting them two people there, which means they had some kind of plan, but they fucked up. Then another thing, you put the weapon into the guy's face. Like I said, it is stupid. I can't get mad at anybody would say, but how are you supposed to, approach that, especially if it's citizens talking? You know what I'm saying? I can't get mad at the citizens. I'm mad at the police because you unloaded at least 10 multiple shots into this person and then come on, put your hands up, take him out the car. He fucked up, dying, and then ask him, does he have any more weapons in the car? What sense does that fucking make to even ask those questions? Dog, the man sleep, half drunk, whatever. You didn't have to pop him that many times. You could have hit him one time. But you had a pistol in his face. He waking up, and he moves the pistol out of his face, and then grabs his. But it's just a reaction, like you said. But he's intoxicated. Now I'm not expecting them to be perfect. I get that. But why you got the shields out if you ain't gonna have them use the shield? This is why we need police reform. The only time I see that they talk to these police about being, going into the situation using your firearm and needing therapy and counseling and talking about it is on fucking movies and TV shows. So I'm fucking triggered like a motherfucker because we have to be more cautious of the police than they actually have to be of us. Let's just keep it real. They can do what the fuck they want to do. So while we got Trump pussy ass talking about some more immunity, motherfucker, they don't need no more immunity. They need reform. They don't need more leniency and lack and slack or whatever. They need more reform to make sure they on point. Because you got motherfuckers going out here who are straight fucking cowards. And like I said earlier in the chat, if you scared, go to church, not a police academy. Like, we need to start being able to have more people like us, influencers, that can go and watch police training. Ask them motherfuckers questions. We need to start fighting for more shit like that. But I digress. My microphone is muted.
I ain't gonna hold you on it. Fucking I'm gonna play through this real quick because I think the family's attorney spoke on something in here. And I want to see what they got. I got to sped up so we can get through it quick.
Following breaking news as demonstrations continue to grow in D.C. days after a D.C. police officer-involved shooting leads to the death of a violence interrupter.
Protest right now. Oh, and I do want to say something real quick before this gets played. For all the people that are big fans and followers of a person by the name of Charleston White, he spit the gospel. He spit the word, man. He's saying the real shit to people. He insulted the shit out of black people the other day. See, when they kill one of your brothers, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. He was mainly talking about black men. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. They kill your folks. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all just gonna sit around and bitch about it and complain. all these people showing up. You about to see all these people that showed up because one of their citizens, one of their brothers, got deleted by these folks. I think that's doing something. But to take fuck Charleston White. I'm just gonna say that out loud for y'all. Fuck Charleston White. But let's keep going.
Now outside the 7th District Station, Fox 5's Nana Senyo Bonsu live on that scene tonight. Nana.
Guys, it is a very tense situation out here between DC police officers and protesters. They are protesting justice for Justin, the violence interrupter who was shot and killed in Southeast DC over a week ago. Just take a look at the scene right here. We have protesters on bikes, but look right over here. We have officers in riot gear. They've been going back and forth with these protesters, but since we've been here, we have noticed protesters throwing what seems to be eggs, broken glass, and different kinds of items at these officers who are here right now in riot gear. I thought something was happening really quickly. We did get a chance to speak to people earlier about why tensions are so high, why the emotions are so high. Go ahead and take a listen to that, and we'll come back to this scene that's taking place.
It was devastating. It just felt like they just murdered him in cold blood. They didn't care. They didn't even try to wake him up.
You got everybody with different emotions. You got everybody that feel different ways. Everybody not going to agree with each other, but at the end of the day, we all here. That's all that matters. I don't care what the debate is. I don't care what the argument is. As long as we all agree with standing with each other, that's all that matters. We here for justice. We want justice.
It's not right. I got 4 boys. I hugged my sons all night. I just want everybody to know I'm willing to die for mine. I'll be the sacrificial lamb for mine. So they need to end it now because it's people like me who really to die behind their kids. I walk in and do whatever for behind my kids, and I take this very personal. I didn't know Justin Robinson from a can of paint, but I feel it. I'm tired of this.
All right, guys, you see police just ran into the street asking people to move back, asking protesters to move back. Again, we are here outside the 7th District. This protest started around 7:30 this evening. Not too many people, just about 20, and it's turned into a full-on crowd here, over 100 people. You can hear them right now saying no justice, no peace. This is, again, all for Justin Robinson. That body camera footage was released yesterday, and that is what has kind of spiked this reaction from the community here right now. Just want to take a moment to just get an idea of what's taking place. We have a lot going on. Police officers blocking off Alabama and Irving here, again, right outside the 7th District. Emotions just very high. You have police standing with their gear. We've seen some police on top of the 7th District building. We have the police MPD chopper going as well. And I actually just got a statement from MPD that I would like to read briefly on everything that's happening. So police say at approximately 10:05, so almost an hour ago, peaceful protest at the 7th District station turned violent when individuals began throwing bottles, rocks, and other objects at officers. MPD immediately began giving dispersal warnings as individuals continued to throw objects at officers. As we mentioned earlier, police say they will continue to support those who choose to protest peacefully and safely, and we will continue to hold accountable those who commit criminal acts. Right now, I cannot confirm if any arrests have been made. I have not seen if any arrests have been made, but it just seems like police are really just trying to get this crowd to leave the area. But as you can see, it doesn't look like they're leaving the area. They continue to get closer to officers, asking for more to be done. They're asking for accountability. If you listen closely, you'll hear people saying, why are those officers on administrative leave? Why are they being paid? And they're referring to the 2 officers who were seen on body camera video, the 2 officers that shot and killed Justin Robinson. Officers were responding to this McDonald's scene over a week ago after a car crash. And when they arrived to that scene is when they say Robinson had a gun in his lap. I see police are actually moving towards us.
Hey, Nana,
let me get my photographer.
Quickly.
Yes, go ahead. I'm hearing you.
As you regroup there, okay, we're seeing police move towards you. Have you heard from them? Yep. Okay, we see one arrest that at least is happening here. Someone's being placed in handcuffs.
Is that an arrest? Yep, that's an arrest.
Have you heard dispersals from
arrest.
police officers? Because you see them, especially the gentleman then, 2 into the left there, holding pepper spray before they can deploy this. And these are the civil disturbance platoons that DC police routinely puts out when there are disturbances like this. Have you heard dispersal orders from the crowd before they deploy pepper spray, before they make arrests? Or are they just routinely coming out from the pack? They're making detainments like we just saw and then going back towards the station, that 7th Police District, just behind that red light there.
So it's a little hard to hear you, but from what I could gather, the answer is yes. Police have been asking the crowds to back up, to leave, to disperse. But whenever I notice police start stepping out of, I guess, this line that they formed, it's usually when someone has thrown something at them and they start coming out. And every now and then you hear protesters say, guys, back up, pepper spray, guys, back up, pepper spray. And speaking of the pepper spray, there was some kind of, whether it was pepper spray, whether it was mace, something was sprayed earlier because you heard a lot of people coughing and sneezing, some people asking for water, some people asking for milk. Not too sure exactly if they got their hands on it. I think we see some officers coming back into the street. Let's see what's happening here.
Yeah, and Nana, as you said, as those demonstrators throw things, that's when it appears that police tend to move in there. Nana, if you can hear me well, as you talk to these demonstrators tonight, how long do you expect for them to be out there? Obviously, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of anger after that video release, the killing of Justin Robinson. Do we believe that they will be out there for hours to come into the wee hours?
Kenneth, let me tell you, these protesters say they're going to be here as long as possible. And it's important to note, this is not their first night here. There was a small group here yesterday when the issues or I guess the looting was taking place at City Center. A couple days after Justin Robinson was shot and killed, there were also protests at this precinct and at the McDonald's. This is not the first time they protested, but I will say this is the first time I've seen these kind of numbers here outside the 7th District. And again, people say they will be here for as long as possible. I thought it was wrapping up, like I said, around 9:30, but that's when we just saw an even bigger crowd. I see some running. Please hold. I see some running taking place. Which street are we on now? This is still Irving and 24th place. This is Irving and 24th that we're on right now.
So clearly they're forming yet another line here.
I hear police saying, hold on, hold on. Yep.
All right, just make sure, Nana, that you stay safe as we want you to in the middle of what can be some heated tension there between the community and obviously police officers there. Where you are, that's the 7th District, about a block in, not too far from that McDonald's, which was the scene of that officer-involved shooting last weekend. That police video, the body cam.
Oh my gosh, where something was being thrown. Mace is being sprayed. Give me a second. Pepper spray. Woman who was standing on the car just threw, yes, I'm sorry, pepper spray. She ran off. She definitely threw glass. I can confirm that.
Stay away if you can from that pepper spray. It'll be hard to.
No, we're far back as possible. But you can see this police officer right here with that pepper spray in his hand, spraying it at this woman. You can see it. You can see it. He's walking towards her. They're asking people to stay back, but these protesters, they're continuing to.
Do you know why they formed this line now, about a block away from where the initial containment was? Was there some other sort of incitement there?
No, honestly, we were a bit far back. We were getting ready for our report, and when we started noticing crowds running towards the police departments, I don't know if they were trying to get inside of it, but I can tell you there were barricades outside of the department. So what exactly happened to get this kind of response, I have no idea, but they kind of kept everyone in, like, into four corners. But clearly that four corners has been broken off, and we are now on 24th and Irving Place in front of the Garfield Hills apartments.
Police are working to contain that area.
Just a very hectic scene out here tonight. Again, that's just been growing since 7:30.
Nana,
it seems to be ending at 9:30.
See those pictures there, and we can hear Falcon 1 flying above you there. Keep us posted. If we need to come back to you live tonight, we will, as we know that, like you said, emotions running high, and police there.
And obviously a very tense situation there. Officers there with that pepper spray out, trying to get those demonstrators to comply. Nana, you mentioned there that there were a number of officers, and it appears that they were obviously trying to keep demonstrators away from the 7th Police District as well. Were demonstrators trying to get onto the property? Were they trying to, as you mentioned, they were throwing things. Were they trying to cause any damage to the 7th District station is what I'm asking.
So from what we noticed earlier, it wasn't damage they were trying to cause. They were trying to get the officers inside the 7th District to come outside. So as I mentioned, there's barricades set up, and there was maybe 4 to 5 officers standing outside. They ended up going inside. I'm not too sure what happened. So then it was just protesters. This was all earlier. So they weren't trying to go in and cause any damage. It was more of, come outside. We want to hold you accountable. We have questions for you. And as you know, like, police just aren't going to respond to them. There was some interaction with police officers and community members earlier. Community members were just saying, you know, what is your protocol? How does this work? We want to hear more from you. And you heard police officers trying to engage in conversation, saying, this is what we're due. Right now, it's under investigation. We can't say too much. You know, I heard one officer even say, you know, any life lost in the community, it's sad. It's a tragedy. Let me step out of the shot really quickly and see what's going on. Okay, this is just kind of what we've been seeing all day.
Keep us posted as this scene continues to unfold. We'll be on the air until midnight. We do have the final 5 starting at 11:30, but if we need to take you back live, we will certainly go back to you. Great reporting there on the ground from our Nana St. Bones.
All right. We saw a lot of something. This situation is very funny and it's very disturbing when it comes down to it. And I want people to understand this, especially my folks that talk about they want a civil war and all this other whoop stuff, how they about it. Think about it. They still have to patrol that entire city. They still have a job to do outside of dealing with a protest, making sure that other crimes are not supposed to be happening. Because, you know, that's their only job, really. Protect property. Take property. Think about how many cops they had out there. Think about how many cops they had out there for some people protesting them deleting the man in the McDonald's drive-thru. Choppers in the sky? You got a chopper in the sky? All this is taxpayer money. We all paying for them motherfuckers to tell you we don't give a fuck that we kill somebody. We even to the point now we'll release the body cam and edit it a little bit to even get y'all to come out here. But guess what? Y'all ain't gonna do shit, and we gonna snatch up anybody that's mad about it. You want to throw a rock? You want to throw a water bottle? We gonna come grab you. But it's a problem if we shoot one of y'all, delete one of y'all, put y'all in a body bag, and y'all come out here and protest. It's an amazing system that we live in when you really think about it. What's your thoughts, Al? Because this crazy to me.
I forgot to go back to the one thing with, like you said, when they switched up the body cam, and then when they switched to another one, it was muted. Then you see one of the dudes, officer was there with was a black dude laughing, but they had it muted. And it's like, y'all shouldn't have released that. Y'all stupid as fuck. You shouldn't see somebody laughing after a situation like that happen. And what's immoral to me is the fact that you got a lot of these motherfuckers that would act like taking a life was doing a good thing. If that don't bother you, that bothers me. Y'all allowed to go around this motherfucker, pull us over with the blicky on your hip. You allowed to engage us. If something happens and you think it's us, you allowed to talk to us, you got a blicky on your... To me, that's gang shit. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker say. That's gang shit. Because y'all don't want the gangs to do that, but like Pac said back in the day, they learn from the police. They learn from the government. It's the same shit. And what pisses me off, I want us to do better. You know what I'm saying? I'm being hopeful and idealistic, but I'm still a realist, and I know that it ain't gonna be like that because of certain shit that we got going on. And what pisses me off is these motherfuckers know that shit, but they enjoy it. A lot of them enjoy this shit. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker said. They enjoy this shit. Like that one that came out during the George Floyd riots, rest in peace. Motherfuckers in North Carolina was like, they want a civil war so they can kill niggas. Racist cracker said that shit. But we're supposed to act like this is nothing. That's why I don't fuck with a Candace Owens or Officer Tatum and Larry Elder. Fuck them coons. They playing games with people. And that's why something happened to a motherfucker wouldn't care. No, we ain't finna do nothing for you. Fuck you. And fuck what Charleston White saying. There ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You full of shit. Cause you see them people out there protesting. You see them people throwing bottles and everything. You see them people pissed the fuck off. You see that shit happen. The only reason why, and I'm not trying to make this a gender thing, but the only reason why Sonya Massey got arrested so nothing didn't happen because they knew to throw the motherfuckers in jail. Oh, throw that redneck white supremacist in jail. They knew it. He threatened her and he did what he did. But they didn't do that with this officer. Try to make it seem like he cared. No, we gotta get him help. Get him help. You hit the man with like 10 shots. He gone. He ain't a body bag. And there's ways that can deal with it. If you like, I'm so tired of people saying that, oh, they're not trained to do all this extra stuff. So all they're doing is giving these officers weapons to come out here and treat us like cattle. Like, you know, the guy that comes out with the prawn and shit and just poke the cattle to move this way.
Okay, move along now.
No, but sheep hurt. So how much respect are we supposed to really have from? And fuck what Red was talking about last night. When you got these pussy ass motherfuckers, you know, I was talking to you when I was going to get something to eat the other night. Telling you the police just doing what? Chilling in traffic. Remember? Chilling there talking, laughing, smiling. But you blocking the lane. You blocking people from going into a store. I thought y'all was supposed to respect business owners. But you don't respect the area, so I know you don't respect the business owners. This is the shit that get on my fucking nerves, that we got motherfuckers around here trying to fight for abortion rights. We got stupid motherfuckers that want to vote because a bitch look like she black. With all the real shit that's going on, and these Democrats be running the shit, we in a democratic state right now for us who runs the government, technically, the president and vice president, and this shit still going on? We ain't having no real conversations about what the fuck we really need. You stupid motherfuckers want to talk about respect. Don't be plies. Don't be around here questioning a black. That bitch pretending. Come on, man. The shit that we really need to be fighting for. I'm tired of it takes when something tragic happens for niggas to get up and wake up and do something. That's like the snooze button going off. I mean, the alarm going off at 12 o'clock and the nigga turn over and hit the snooze button. Real shit going on, but you want to go back to sleep. Don't talk to me about that shit. And you know what? I feel you halfway, 50-50 on Charleston White say some real shit. But fuck him. The reason why I respect some of the things that he said and the shit that he be talking, because guess what? All he doing is copping out Tupac. Because if you go and watch some of the videos, Pac then went to black people and cussed their ass out like y'all niggas ain't gonna do shit. And motherfucker, he wasn't no revolution. Man, please, that man come from that shit. And dealing with drug dealers and addicts. But guess what he did? When he seen some racist motherfuckers fucking with black men, he pulled over and did something. He just came from a fucking show making thousands of dollars. And this man pulled over with a limousine following him. Driving a Benz when he seen these motherfuckers fucking with a black man. Intervened and popped their ass when he seen they was trying to do what they did to him and the other dude. Pulled weapons on him. Pop did what he needed to do. So when Charleston White said, you motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit, Pop been saying that shit since the early 90s. Niggas want to wait till it's too late, man. So we can talk all the shit that we want to fucking talk, but dog, I'm telling you, don't expect a real nigga like me to motherfucking be talking about marching with you and shit like that, and y'all want to wait while we comfortable, and then when something happen, then you want to say something, because I get that shit all the time. The brother shit, I get that shit all the fucking time, but I be saying that shit instead of us waiting for something to happen. I digress, my mic is moved.
Sure, you ain't... People get distracted, and the sad part is a lot of American citizens are desensitized to this shit. People think that people actually fucking care. Like, the people that will actually be able to make the change, the ultimate change, the people that we're asking people to make the change, they don't care about this shit. They don't care about that dude getting gunned down in that what you call it. The first thing they'll do is try to make up reasons to say why he was in the wrong. When we clearly, that situation could have been handled. Me and you could have handled that situation way easier. One of them people in McDonald's could have came out and handled that situation way better, and that man could have went. They could have got him to jail in hand, because if that's what they really wanted to do. Nobody had to lose their life that night over what that was. They say he crashed into the building. Okay, he crashed into a building. You can get a fine for that. You can go to jail for that. Was he intoxicated? Was he on a pill or something like that? You can go to jail for that. Should nobody go in a body bag? And I don't expect nobody to have a gun pointed in their face. People do one or two things. We all have it in us as human beings. It's fight or flight. I'll say it again. Fight or flight. Somebody put a gun in your face, what you gonna do? You gonna fight or you gonna try to get out of there? Clearly, he couldn't go nowhere. That was their intention. That's the whole point of putting the car in the front and the car in the back. So all he could do is try to move the bitch out the way. You talking about he trying to grab it? I don't give a fuck if he did try to grab it. What does that matter? You put a gun in his face. What you gonna do if I put a gun in your face? Like, I really want to. This is what bothers me, because I talked about the Tyreek Hill situation a couple days ago. We have been so brainwashed and so deluded to believe that the onus is on the citizen to act right in fucked up situations where the people that are enforcing the law are acting fucked up and illegal. Why is the onus on us to do better and not the people that take our tax dollars and are supposed to be out here protecting and serving the community? We don't hold them accountable. We got to fight tooth and goddamn nail to get any type of laws written. And I know there's some good cops out here, but I'm sorry, you're going to get spoiled with the bunch, because I know there's a lot of good black people out here, but to other people of other races, just because one nigga did something, all y'all like that. So I don't want to hear the shit about the cops. I don't want to hear it. Using the same logic, baby. But why is the onus always on the citizen to need to do the right thing, not compared to the motherfucker that has the power of the state behind them to do the right thing? And this whole investigating ourselves shit over and over and over again, and we found out we did nothing wrong shit. I don't know when people gonna wake up to that. How the hell can you have the same people that are having these guys out there enforcing the law on y'all, or doing whatever the fuck they doing to y'all, reviewing the same shit of their own people? They not gonna find themselves wrong. They not. Why would they? That's just gonna bring a bad light on them. They're not trying to deal with that shit. But it shows you how funny this is. How this is just a game. It's a game that the motherfuckers play. The people that really know, they know. Yeah, we gonna go out here and gun down one of your citizens, one of your fellow citizens, and then we gonna come out here in full riot gear for y'all ass if y'all want to act funny, jump funny because we killed one of y'all. Do something. Guess what we gonna do? We gonna knock another one off, or we gonna take your ass to jail and get some money out of you. We gonna kidnap you and take your money. It's a repeated cycle that keeps going on, and I'm like, dude, all these people that talk about they gonna rise up against government, y'all ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. Because you got too many motherfuckers in this country that agree that this shit is okay, and they work for them motherfuckers. Them people that get people like you, be like, oh, well, it's more than us. It's more people in this city than it is in more police officers in this city. You get motherfuckers from another fucking city. They're calling the state troopers on your ass. They're calling the sheriffs on your ass. And as soon as you do any goddamn thing, they gonna justify it. The judges work for them. The lawyers work for them. Your politicians gonna back him up. Like when he was talking about the Democrats, when we had that whole George Floyd incident, and we were talking about police reform, Joe Biden them got in there and funded the police even more. They don't give nobody cares about this situation, y'all. When it comes down to it, when it really comes down to it, your government, your political parties do not care. Republicans double down on it. Democrats lie in your face and damn go support the same motherfuckers. They don't give a fuck. And a lot of people always say, well, what is violence going to do? How the fuck you think they got you in check? The only reason these laws even matter, the only reason people don't commit fucking crimes is because what? You fear the violence that you might possibly get, whether it's taking your time, taking your money, or taking your fucking life. So for all the people that might say violence don't do nothing, bitch, this country wouldn't even be here without no fucking violence. It wouldn't. I'm just disturbed with shit like this that keep happening. And you have people that come out and just, it doesn't matter, man. It's like you got a goddamn, like, is it Chat GPT coming up with the whole excuses for shit happening? How can we spin this shit and blame the motherfucker that literally, if we really wanted to solve this issue of him being in that drive-thru, why didn't we approach that situation differently? I don't give a fuck about your protocols and your policies. That shit don't mean nothing. Y'all talking about y'all care about life, then why go into a situation where you're literally doing everything not to preserve that life? You did it. All they did was, like you said, gang type shit. They did some gang type shit. We're going to box this motherfucker in. We're going to sneak up with our guns drawn, and then we're going to start yelling at the nigga. And when that motherfucker move, pop his ass. Because that's what happened. That's literally what happened. We snuck up on him, boxed his ass in, and as soon as we started that motherfucker, we shot him. And then we going to tell everybody else in the community, y'all better back the fuck up. Don't come to our police station even though y'all pay for it. Y'all better back the fuck up. Y'all complain over there because we're going to keep doing what we do. And the police chief over here, I can't speak into the minds and shit, but she's speaking into the minds of what all these officers are doing. It's crazy to me, man. I'm getting tired of seeing it. But that's why I stay my ass out the way. I stay out the way. I don't deal with none of that. Because I'm not going to deal with that. Dude, I'm triggered. I'm triggered.
Like, I want to say something. Like, I told you the story maybe a year or so ago, and I'm gonna tell it for the viewers. So it was a situation that happened some like about 10 or so years ago, where I go to visit my cousin. I brought my god brother over. We kicking it on the porch, whatever, and we see this young dude. He riding a bicycle. Now, in that area that my cousin stayed, which was close to an area, you know, doing the at-risk youth shit, I know a couple of little young cats that I used to give them studio time after hours and stuff like that to have fun and stay off the streets and all that, because these little dudes, they bout it, you know what I'm saying? But try to give them time and stuff, got love for them, and they always respected me for that. So I see this little dude, I didn't know he was from that same hood, but I see this little dude, he riding his bicycle past us, and right when he got in front of us, another little cat pull up in the car, maybe it was his mama car. It was a Benz or something. So, you know, they young dudes. So I know it was probably his mama car. Or maybe he was on some street shit. I don't know. But he roll up on like, man, you talking all this shit, man. Why you tripping like that? The other dude was like, man, fuck you and all that, nigga. I told you it is what it is when I see you. So he like, man, you better go on about your business, nigga. Fuck you. So the dude pull over. Like, bro, I'm just saying, man, you tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? He rolled up on him like, bro, you let's talk about this. You tripping, basically. But you know, sometimes young cats can be aggressive with it. Like, damn, bro, why you got to be like that? So he pulled over, get out the car. The dude was like, "Oh, you think it's a joke?" So he went in. He had the little hooper nigga backpack on. So he get in there, going his bag. We looking like, I know he ain't finna reach. Because my cousin stayed on the front street at the time. This is a front street, so traffic going back and forth crazy. So we like, we know he ain't finna do what we think. Yeah, he did. He pulled a blicky. So my people, and I ain't trying to say they scared or nothing like that, but they ran to the side of the they ran to the side of the house. I stood there because I'm used to this shit too. You know, I ain't saying they ain't, but I'm used to this shit, and I worked with you for years since then. So I stood there. I'm like, little bro, what you doing, man? He like, man, fuck this nigga, dog. And the dude looking in the face like, damn, is that serious? He's like, man, you better go on about your business. I said, bro, you don't want to do that, man. First of all, you see we on the front street, everybody gonna see you. Let the little dude go on about his business. I said, hey, bro, just go ahead and jump in your car, go on, man. Maybe y'all can fix this later. If not, to stay away from each other. Y'all from the same hood. If God forbid gotta go down, gotta go down. But man, keep it moving. Thankfully, God was with me. So he jumped in the car, he pulled off. So I talked to the little dude. When people's coming back from around the corner, and we talking to him like, look, bro, it can't be that serious. I'm like, what happened? So he tell me, he breaking the story down. I'm like, bro, that ain't no reason to take this man's life, dog. Just not because you got the piece on you, y'all box it out, y'all fight it out or something, and either become homeless again or you go your own way. But I say, bro, this ain't the way to do that shit, dog. It's not, man. You need to chill, relax, and calm your nerves, dog. This is something serious. You can throw your life away right now over something like that. The next morning you ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So he actually sat down, was listening to me, put his shit up, put his backpack on, and he listened to me. He like, man, I'm gonna try a bit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Went off. And, you know, hopefully they still straight. But I told him, I know such and such. He like, oh, yeah, that's my dog. I said, I know he knows both of y'all. Man, y'all chill out. So if I could do that, this dude they was about to get into some action. If God was with me to do that, and I ain't have no weapon on me, I ain't had no shield on me, I ain't had no vest on me, I ain't have a bunch of police officers behind me ready to bust their guns, you're not gonna sit there and fucking tell me that a young brother from that community that's been putting in work and keeping faith in God that things are gonna change. That if God put it in my heart to jump out and say something, do something that I don't have no fear, you're not gonna sit there and fucking tell me that y'all go through police academy and training for 2-3 years and you got weapons and you got all this backup and motherfuckers are scared because you can do whatever the fuck you want and you got motherfuckers telling you need more immunity and the taxpayers gonna pay for your fuck up versus y'all paying for your shit, that you can't do better than me. That's why a motherfucker like me get pissed off, because dog, I got the experience in my community, and you mean to fucking tell me I don't get paid for this shit? It don't matter what I could be going through in my life. Shit could be fucked up for me and I'm still doing this shit. But you mean to tell me y'all motherfuckers get paid? And you already know, if after so many years, some of these motherfuckers get close to $100,000 a year, and you still can't do a good job? Man, fuck you, kiss my ass. You got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna be silent. Fuck you. We need to put more pressure on these motherfuckers. Police form or whatever we got to do. Stop worrying about the bullshit that we can control, where bitches can close their legs and niggas can keep their pants zipped up. You ain't got to do this fucking off shit. You can control that. That ain't nothing we need to put on the fucking government to control. We can control that shit. But all this other shit that's going on, we need to put pressure on them for that. Not vote for a bitch who look like she black. I digress, and a real nigga mic is music.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. You already seen it. We ain't talked about politics when these motherfuckers running right now for a hot man. We've been doing this for some years now, and I still keep the same sentiment. Fuck all of them. Fuck all of them. We need to get some American citizens to understand the reality of what's going on and hold the people that take our tax dollars without our consent to a higher level than the average citizen that we have around us. Just get tired of the played out argument y'all love. Well, you could have did this different. You could have did that different. Even though what they did was wrong, you could have did it. Man, fuck all that shit, man. Go tell that shit to your kids. Go tell that to your kids. Don't tell that to grown-ass people that ain't breaking the law. Now, this dude in this situation, clearly, that was on private property, so that's going to be one thing right there. That's a whole nother legal fucking conversation right there, because McDonald's property is private property. They can't enforce no goddamn illegal parking. All they can do is come and tell the motherfucker to move. That's all they can do on private property. Tell the motherfucker to move. But instead of even trying to de-escalate the situation, they amp the situation up, and now we got another brother that's gone. And the people on one side are gonna clearly come out and say, well, he had a gun and all this shit, when that's the same side that promotes people having guns in this country. Talk about the other side's going to take your guns for you. You need to get your guns. But they'll be the first ones to use a gun against a black man and say, well, he had one, so he had it coming. And then you'll have the other side that tries to throw out that fake sympathy, like they give a fuck, like they care, when they'll be the same motherfuckers right behind closed doors funding the same people that's been gunning you down. This situation right here should not happen. We need to hold these motherfuckers to a higher fucking standard. Fuck, I hear the accountability. I hear people say, we need to hold these police accountable. Hell yeah, we need to hold them accountable. We need to hold them to a higher fucking standard. This shit shouldn't even be questioned. It shouldn't even be questioned the way they operated. That was gang-like fucking operations right there. And it's state sanctioned and funded. We gotta look, man. We gotta get right, y'all. And this is the type of stuff that wrecks my mind, like, for real. Because I'm like, how the hell can my fellow citizens sit around here and be like, yeah, that was okay? Like, how can they say that? How can my fellow citizens sit around and be like, well, if he just would have did this? How can you say that shit? For the people that say that shit, man, I want it to be your son, your daughter, your kids. And I'm on that. I mean that. And then maybe you'll wake up out of that bullshit. Man, let it be you when they do it to you. Because I know a lot of white dudes that were on that big old police shit, and then when they get pulled over for some shit and the police fuck them up, their mind changed real quick. It changed real quick about the reality that other people are going through. Because I done seen them. They used to say all this shit, oh, black people just act right, you just act right, you just act right. And then they fucking supposedly acting right, and they get fucked up. Now they're like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. I'm one of them people, they be like, fuck you. Because you wasn't there for me when it was happening to me. You was on their side. And that's why this shit right here is going to continue to happen until we get American citizens to realize, like, look, dude, just because they put on a uniform don't mean they got the right to do this shit to you. You know why they ain't got the right? Because this shit gets challenged in court. If it wasn't against the law, it wouldn't even never go to court. A lot of these motherfuckers will end up going to court to fucking deal with it. But then you got your fellow citizens in there talking, well, you know, they got a tough job. Hey, bitch, get another one then. Get another one. That's what white people just tell black people all the time when they just complain about, then they not paying me enough for this job. They treat me like this. Get another job then. Yeah, they need to get another job. Get another job because they making bank. But that was my final thoughts. Did you have any other final thoughts, man? Because I'm about to wrap this bitch up.
Real quick, like I was saying, man, alluding to your point, piggybacking off that. If you mean to tell me that you getting paid to do a job, you took an oath and all of that, but I mean, it's a choice. Like you just said, it's a choice. Y'all tell us that. Same thing with them. As a matter of fact, it's more of a choice for them to become officers, whatever, and you don't have to. You scared, bitch? Go to church. Don't come out here trying to police people and get your bravery up and all of that shit. Because on some real shit, you got so many people out here and going through what we going through. If you don't know how to be, because they give them so much leniency to be humans. So all that bullshit about immunity, they don't deserve it. You need more reform, because how's that fair to us that we live in our everyday lives? So we can't, just like Sandra Bland got her soul, she was wrong to be upset smoking a cigarette to calm her nerves. But it was okay for that officer to disrespect her because he may have had a bad day. Or he may have had shit leading up to that day, because you know how it is, they with us on a day-to-day basis as humans, we have shit that builds up inside of us and we implode. You can't be that way as an officer, especially when you're supposed to be on the camera. You're supposed to be more upstanding than us. That's why officers used to get respect like they needed, because they understood the job that they had to do. But if you mean to tell me we in this place where y'all can do whatever the fuck you want to do, political residual and all of that shit for y'all, we're not supposed to respect you. Fuck you. If you're not gonna do what you're supposed to do, you are supposed to be upstanding more than us. You took an oath. We didn't take an oath. Motherfuckers ain't even responsible for how they got here, but you're responsible for the choices you make as an adult. If you want us to respect you and you expect us to say fuck the police back in the day when NWA released that song and in '88 that was wrong, then give us proof that it's wrong. It's on you without a reasonable doubt amount of proof that's supposed to happen. That's on you. That's not on us. That's on you. All that, if you just this and you just, no. Some people, when they going off and they've been disrespected the way they did, like that police show you showed a few days ago, where the motherfucker came in this woman's house chasing her kid. You supposed to knock on the door, bitch. That's why I say we are fair enough and unbiased enough to be able to see some shit like that and be pissed the fuck off. Cause I brought that up, remember, Jay? Hold on, this dude could have been pretending to be an officer the way he moved. He could have been pretending to be a sheriff. What about that woman's safety? And I ain't saying it because she's white. I'm just saying, period. Because I worry about our black women that go through that shit. I'm very overprotective. And I ain't telling, I'm sorry. I ain't sorry. If you don't like it, oh well. I ain't telling the bitches that be out here doing whatever the fuck, jumping in men. I just seen that shit earlier while I was watching Clothes tonight. Motherfucking dude going off, and it looked like he tripping, but then when you hear what he say, he like, man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You ain't got to do shit. I'm out here working and get money. You ain't got to pay bills and do nothing. I'm doing everything. Well, you ain't taking care of your kid. He like, what? How? You ain't got a job. So who is taking care of the kids? And she want to stand out there and argue with him. A homegirl come over and want to argue with him. Come on, man. I'm telling you, this show's gonna get more and more interesting the more we see this shit. But I digress. My mic is muted.
If people look, I tell y'all, man, I'm 10 toes down on what I just said, and I want people to start thinking, man. Look, start questioning shit when you see people just gun a man down in a vehicle, and when they ask how they doing, the motherfuckers say fantastic. Start questioning when we're supposed to actually get a breakdown of what just happened, the whole rundown, which are higher ups, and body cameras get muted. Start questioning, are these people out here actually doing the right thing? Was that the right thing? Because if it was the right thing, why you hiding shit? All that shit's evidence, y'all. They'll record the fuck out of your ass, let you do something stupid. That whole police ride, that whole time they talking to you, the whole time you ain't holding, they recording all that shit, because guess what? They gonna use it. That's evidence. So why the fuck we allowing them motherfuckers to get rid of theirs? But look, man, neither here nor there. I can keep saying this shit till the cows come home. People gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna believe what they want to believe, man. Some people want to just fit into society and be like, I support cops. Now I support good cops. That's what I'm on. I'm on the good ones. And it's hard to find those. It's far and few in between. But once again, y'all, we're gonna be here again tomorrow. I hope everybody that tuned in enjoyed the show, man. I hope y'all hit that like. I hope y'all hit that subscribe if you haven't. I hope y'all got the notice turned on, and share the videos, man. Share the videos, because more people need to see this shit. At least in my opinion, I think they need to see it. And maybe we can get a little bit better. Maybe we can get some understanding, because a lot of people don't even realize this shit is going on around them. They swear it's just them niggas over there doing something, or them he just got attitude over there. No, we need to hold these motherfuckers to a standard and hold them accountable for the things they do. But we gonna get the fuck out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all. We will catch y'all in the next one. As always, peace.